Who got
No, we just stepped all over it. We are at Hard Rock Casino
Biloxi.
Hard
Rock Casino Biloxi.
The Biloxi Rock Hard Casino.
Biloxi, Mobile,
Hey,
Alabama.
yo.
Hey, this casino's
Hey,
Rock Hard.
yo.
Man.
We just ate
Iron
at
Fights.
the Migos has a po' boy shop here.
Yeah, Quavo
dude.
Brothers.
Bro.
Quavo Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which Migos is just Spanish for friends.
Exactly.
So friends, brothers.
Friends, brothers.
brothers.
Brothers of friends.
Brother.
But also
shrimp po'
friends,
boy.
brothers.
I've
yes.
never
Dude,
had a
shrimp
po' boy in
po'
my
boy.
life.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
If you're
Been a
in
po' boy,
Biloxi,
never had one.
Yeah.
dude, if you're in Biloxi, you gotta go. Holy
Seriously,
shit.
Yeah, that's not even a sponsor plug. That's just.
It was
I mean, dude,
fire
they'd
food.
love for it to be a sponsor plug.
They
ridiculous.
wish.
We could
They
use a
wish.
po' boy.
They asked us. They asked us.
Dude.
Could
Yeah,
you
they asked us
imagine
to
if we got a
leave is what
po'
they
boy
asked.
sponsorship?
Dude.
We would be 300 pounds. If
We-
it was
we-
Quavo
we-
Brothers, we.
We.
Yeah,
I'm already
Let's go.
halfway
Look
there.
at po' boy.
Dude.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, those were
So we're
no
here at the
joke.
Hard Rock. We're here for Island Fights 87.
Crazy card.
Great
9
card. Crazy
stacked
venue.
Fucking card.
Crazy venue.
The
It's really
venue
nice. I
is
like
ridiculous.
We
these
feel like we're in a
venues much
Coliseum.
better.
Like an old Greek
Yeah.
Roman Coliseum.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're at a like a rich. I'm not gonna say the word I want to say. We're gonna.
Whoa.
Hey,
We're,
Hey, how
we're,
hard
we're,
was
we're
that
like
about to
no,
get?
you know what?
Where are you going?
I was going with like we're at like a Calvin Candy's type place, you know, from
The fuck is
Django
that?
Unchained.
Who the hell is even
talking about?
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
You going
So
like
inside.
you going P
Hey,
word,
yo.
huh?
Uh-huh.
Going P
Put
word
that down.
kind of.
Yeah,
Get, hey, yo,
I'm
get
just
him out of
saying.
here,
I
dude.
feel like we're at the plantation.
All
We're just
right.
like- we're here.
That's
This
RJ
what it was-
Summerlin if you want to cancel
2
him.
minutes.
Not
how
us.
is that?
seconds.
How is that racist?
Plans.
No.
Did I say racist? I
That's
said
what you were
cancellation.
giving
I
me.
would
You were giving me.
You
were
went
giving
there.
me-
Forever
that's-
what you
that's a
wanna
racist
do.
vibe.
I mean,
Anyway.
it was a little aggressive.
You said
but,
we were
but
slaves
what about
fighting.
this is giving
I
you
never said that.
P vibes?
What is
it- what is it?
Did they not fight in the
The
basement?
close knit nature, like everything
Oh, tight?
inside, like everything's so
Weird
tight.
analogy to get there.
Close.
Maybe.
Could have said
maybe.
family.
Very
Yeah,
family.
what
What family
plantation
oriented?
slave.
Family oriented. No, I mean more like it's so like close. Like it's like we're in
very
someone's
tight-knit.
living room. We're
It's very
in
tight-knit.
someone like we're gonna be in everybody's front, like in their laps, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like at the
I mean,
Bay Center, it's
Never had a problem being in
way
somebody's lap. You know?
way up there. You know,
Papa.
Bay Center is just like you said it earlier. The ring looks so small in the Bay Center.
It does. It's
Yes.
And
because it's such a
all the
huge
tables
floor.
are so far away, all the upper decks so far away,
Yeah.
everything's right on top of each other.
Yeah,
It's
it's
those
crazy
dudes-
this space.
Realistically, they could spit on these people.
Yes.
Oh, they could
100%.
beam somebody in the fucking head with
That's
like a
pr-
Dasani bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're real like
Yeah.
tight.
But I think that's gonna make the atmosphere
Oh,
100
dude.
times
Dude,
better.
the
I think it's
sound
gonna be
system,
ridiculous.
Too. Like the sound check that just happened literally sounds like the Bay Center
Yeah.
sound, but in a fucking
This
shoebox.
is where
So-
they do all their rock concerts and shit.
Yeah, so
this is where they.
literally
One of the
Hard
things
Rock
is
Bill.
like a lot of these
Had
leagues
to read
want to
it.
get to the stadiums and the
Yeah.
arenas and stuff because that's a money thing, right? And it's like a
Hard Rock Live.
the whole time I've been
Yeah.
reading that
Hey,
Hard Rockville.
No, I know.
okay.
Hard Rock Live.
Let
yeah,
him run with
for
it.
sure.
That's fine.
I was just gonna see how
Get him
long it
live
took.
on the
Hey, you know,
podcast.
that's
Pop
whatever.
him hard.
Yeah, that's on me.
But like they want to do all that because of money and stuff like that. But this is the place and the environment to have a fight.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like I said, everybody feels like they're a part of it.
This is where you cut your teeth like
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
dude.
on top of each other.
Well, back in the day, they used to have like ESPN used to have like Wednesday night fights and stuff, and they
Yeah,
would be in
yeah.
casinos like this, and it's just
Yeah.
the environment is so much better.
Well, back in the
energy.
day too, it used to be a whole lot bigger for them to hold big boxing matches and shit at casinos. It's a little less now because now we're seeing them in like stadiums and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and kind of
it's
renting them out.
just- yeah.
But it used to be early 2000s and 90s. Like that was the only place like hardcore
also
boxing was done.
also the exclusivity, because like you go to a stadium and it can seat 70,000 people.
Right.
I mean, shit. Have you ever seen 70,000
Did we find out
people?
the capacity of this?
I don't know
It's
the
gotta be
capacity,
like 1,000.
but it's got to be 1,000 or less. So it's like it's an exclusive thing. You
Yeah.
feel really tight, and like I said, like almost like the old school smokers at the bars too. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why those were so popular in the Tough Man contest because
Yeah.
everything was so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's like being at a wrestling
I
event,
wish
right?
there was a
That's
way.
a good
For
segue.
sure. Dude, it's
You
want
wanna
to
be in the
like
top.
that.
You
Like,
want to
look
be
at
in
those,
the you want to
lights
be in the
glowing.
top 10 rows
Yeah.
in a wrestling event because
Yeah.
when you're further back, you're just further away from that energy.
Yeah.
It
You know?
feels like, I mean, we haven't really walked around up top or anything, but it feels like there isn't a bad seat
They're
here.
legitimately.
Like, I
is
feel
not.
like there's not a single angle in
and
here
you're
that
gonna
you
hear
could
the
be.
pops of the. This is
Oh, yeah.
just like the Apex.
Dude,
Like
yes.
it's.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the ripping
Yeah.
of the
The
skin.
Apex is actually bigger because I've been
Tearing
there.
his ass.
And it's bigger. It doesn't have the upper deck, obviously, so it goes back a little bigger. So this is even like to me, this is even better.
Yeah.
And I
Now, of
also
course,
feel
you
like
can't
the
sell
acoustics
out.
are
So
closer.
you can't. They're not gonna like the UFC wouldn't do it because they can't make the money. Because they are now to a point where they're going to have the clientele.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They just throw something. It's gonna sell
but
out,
this
basically.
this is a perfect opportunity for island fights. But then also the change of venue is always nice because when you do something at the same place every time.
I know this is a funny thought, but imagine being you just lost $18,000 in the casino, and you're like, what the fuck is going on in that room?
Yeah.
You roll into this.
It probably would make you
Just
feel a little
been
better.
in here 3 packs deep smoking.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you now, if someone just lost 18 grand out there and they walk in here and watch the fights, they're probably putting money on the fights too.
I mean, they're doing something to get some money to shit.
100%.
Listen, I'm going to.
There's a table over there somewhere.
They're
You
like,
can find a bet
Hey,
if
yo,
you really
I'm
want
up
to.
18 grand right now.
Yeah.
You want to double on that?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. It'll definitely be interesting.
Bet on the red corner statistically.
Yeah.
Is that a true?
I mean, I have not paid attention in the high leagues most of the time, because in the UFC, the only time that they do the red corner based on popularity a lot of times. I don't know this. It's just something I've noticed.
Red is
but
always
then the
second walkout, right?
yeah, and the champions are always red. But like on the lower levels, then red. Like here, Island Fights, Atlas Fights, Empire, like any amateur pro.
I wonder if that has to do with like the color scheme, like blue being cold, red being hot. Like they are the hot, they are the
It's
peak.
always kind of just been A side, B side, red, blue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. When you ever say two colors together, now we're getting way off topic, but when you ever say two colors together, do you ever go blue and then red, or do you say red then blue?
I mean, red, blue.
Red, blue.
Obviously.
Red, blue.
Red, blue.
Right? Yeah, so maybe.
You go
Because
blue,
it's
red?
shorter.
Hold on.
No,
hold
red,
on,
blue.
No,
Yeah,
let's
red,
address
blue.
it. You go
Red.
blue, red?
No, I'm
No,
asking,
he goes red,
you
blue.
don't
Oh, no,
hear
yeah,
that.
there's always a direct order.
Yeah, red, blue.
Yeah.
So, A, B.
Red, blue,
Like,
orange.
I just don't. Let's see, and I can't even throw out some colors at you because then I'm gonna say it in an order. I can't be like yellow, purple.
I think what that has to do with possibly is the length of the word.
It has to be.
Yellow,
'cause B's
purple.
before R, so it's
Yellow,
like-
purple, same length. Purple sounds better last.
Yellow, purple.
Yellow,
purple,
purple.
yellow.
See, I don't like yellow,
Y
purple.
becomes
I like purple,
last. Y is later in the alphabet than P.
Correct, yes. Yeah. Yellow, purple.
Do
Purple,
another
yellow.
one. Brown, orange.
Brown,
the length
orange.
does work there.
Yeah, see?
Brown, orange.
Red, blue, yellow.
Red, blue, yellow. Green.
Red,
red.
orange.
Green, red,
yellow,
green.
green.
Red, green.
Mm.
Red,
Blue,
green.
indigo,
Short.
There's something
violet.
to the length.
I'm telling you.
Hey, there's something to that.
I'm telling you, dude.
Hey, length is everything, so they say.
it doesn't matter, but I believe it does.
That's
personally.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
does.
Man. Yeah, definitely the
Yeah.
shortness. but
Speaking of the card, I could grab one of the.
Yeah, go
do
grab
it.
one.
Grab them. Put it back. We won't steal
Yeah,
it.
we got 4
Promise.
young Jamies over there. Young Jamie, hand me the card.
Dude, we got an audience over there,
Yeah, we
dude.
got
It's
it.
kind of wild.
This is also.
Look at Cody's sweet ass back there too, by the way.
This is also the first time we've had a live audience.
Yeah, of
in the
5
crowd.
people.
Hello, guys. How you
Pretty
doing?
sweet. Pretty sweet.
I don't
Running out of breath.
even-
Them ropes are tight.
Holy shit.
Squeeze my ass.
All right, for those on the camera that can see this, 'cause I got
Nothing
it
on the
reversed.
back there.
I know,
I was like,
I know.
yeah.
We're not
No,
sponsored
I was
by
trying to-
them.
First time on camera.
Oh, we're doing island fights. Okay, so I guess we'll just start. First
Brother.
fight, never
Yeah.
hurt anybody.
Cruz versus Cottrell. We've seen the Cottrell kid fight a bunch.
Yeah.
He's fought a bunch of island fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys are
I don't know where he's at
zooming in on
now.
this. Maybe BBB.
Oh, maybe.
Brett's bare knuckle boxing because I do believe he fights with Brett. but-
Yeah.
Let's see, Holt versus
I
Williams.
mean, literally 1, 2, 3.
that
4,
guy
5,
knocked out.
6.
Didn't that guy? That guy's the one that knocked out. What's his name? What is that dude's name that
Yeah,
he
it
knocked
might not
out
be the
last
best
fight?
thing going through this, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Maybe let's just talk about the ones we do know, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
No,
go ahead and do
but
that.
he knocked
Yeah.
out.
Ain't letting it go.
Keep thinking.
Yeah, Jay Mitchell at the last island fight. Remember, he knocked him dead
For a title.
for a title. Yeah.
So
that's,
is this not for a title then? It doesn't say title belt.
I do not know. But
Interesting.
he's fighting.
Yeah, he won
So
the
he was very
middleweight belt.
exciting to watch. Yeah, that's
Whoa,
Holt.
lighting.
Hey,
Hey,
yo.
yo.
Drop
Appreciate
it
that.
down one
Sun
time.
came out.
Literally gonna have to pay for that later. Whoops.
Bueller versus Betts.
Bueller.
I've watched him fight
Bueller.
Bueller.
Sorry.
Stokes versus Loren.
Corey Stokes has got some hands.
Dude,
boxing.
brother.
Yeah.
Dude,
Slick with
chill
it.
as a Cucumber.
Yeah.
Other-
Slick with it.
Got a personality. Sick. Orso versus Hamilton.
So
Big boys.
big boys. Now they are not. So they've got two of them. They have two of them that differentiate between, or that specifically say a boxing bout.
It's very expensive 5 minutes.
However, I do know that. I do know he
This
said
is
there's
boxing. Stokes versus
that's
Loren is
definitely
boxing.
and so is that because it's super middleweight. So
Yeah.
that's definitely boxing. That's boxing. That's boxing. I'm sure that's MMA because Cam's fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's MMA because John's fighting.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I'm sure that is MMA, but I'm not 100% sure.
And
so.
isn't this pro debut?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Remember, because last time it was
Why-
supposed
so
to be
why
dude
is-
missed the fight.
So these are three probably amateur fights.
Yeah, why don't they like the main says pro boxing bout, but none of them have
Professional
pro
MMA
underneath.
and boxing. I think they're all pro.
Yeah,
Oh.
except for these three because he's an amateur. Unless this is his pro debut.
See, they must all.
I don't know. They'll announce it. Not a big deal.
Well, regardless, we're in a sick venue. The card is unbelievably
yeah,
stacked. All
let's
these
go ahead and
people-
shout out our boy John Gunther,
John Gunther
Yeah.
going crazy.
going pro,
Double title,
double
double
title,
champ.
left it behind.
retired.
Said, fuck y'all.
Tired.
I'm going.
Came back out of retirement.
Yeah, well,
Went
Gotta do
super
what you gotta do.
unretired. Went pro. Crazy.
love that out of him.
Straight out of Team Remedy. Crazy good gym.
Yeah.
Then you got-
the Colin Sanders guy that he's fighting. He's a tough guy, but he's got his work cut in for him. To be honest.
Yes.
I'm not
It's
even
an
trying
uphill
to be
battle
disrespectful.
or downhill?
No, it's an uphill battle.
I
He's
never
push-
understand
he's
that
push-
analogy. Which one is it?
never
Like,
tried to-
if you're going uphill, it's hard.
Hard.
But if you're going downhill, it's easy.
Yes.
Yes.
But downhill is negative because your life is not going well.
You're
uphill-
using the-
Yeah, I
is
think
good
it's in a
because you're like-
different uphill battle. Is
It's,
So whenever
it's
I'm
tough.
like-
Uphill battle's tough. 'Cause you
So-
try to push a wheelbarrow uphill.
Yeah,
It's
so if I
hard.
congratulate you on
Hard.
having like another new kid, which it's bound to happen
Yeah.
at this point, you're like
No.
fucking shooting hundreds.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
good.
So is
I'm
your
good on
life
that.
then uphill or downhill?
My life's
What?
uphill, man.
So that's hard.
No,
Yeah.
because that would be an uphill battle. So that you're talking about two different references to a thing.
Yeah.
So like your high points and low points.
The battle
your peaks and
is the-
valleys, but the battle
Yeah.
was either uphill or downhill. So like
Yeah.
a downhill battle means
His
you've
life-
got the momentum. You're riding
Yeah.
the momentum. You're riding the wave.
His
Right,
life is
surfing is
a
uphill, which
downhill
means it's
battle.
going up.
So that song
But
that goes,
You don't
surf
"All
uphill, right?"
Downhill from here is good or bad.
All downhill from here. I mean, it really is about your perspective. If you want to be a negative Nancy, then you can say it's all
It's
downhill.
all
from
downhill.
here.
Life is all downhill.
Life is all downhill. It's about momentum. Ride the
Alright.
momentum
Ride
down to
that
the bottom,
wave,
baby.
playboy.
That's
All right, well, it's all downhill for him. All right, right?
All right.
Or did I forget?
Just
an
let's
up-
move on
it's
to
an
the next
uphill
one, yeah?
battle.
All right.
It's an uphill battle.
So, and this is in order from right to left.
I don't know about the order there.
I think it is because that's definitely the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cushing, Mesquita.
Mosquito? Mosquito, I think. That's how I
Teague
yeah.
versus Zellner. That's got to be the co.
I'm sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know because
Because both are pro.
they just said that they need me to help with the co-main event corner too. They said they got like
On Zellner or Teague?
they didn't say either one of those
I think
names.
Teague's gym is not
Is
that far
not-
from here, so it's
is
got to be Zellner.
Saban's not co?
No. I'm almost positive it's not.
I don't know.
You would think
You
they
got a
did
girl
co
fight. You got a
main
girl
and
fight
co
tonight.
last.
That should be fun. Girl
Yeah.
fight. It looks like it's a pro fight because it's up there with the headliners.
Apparently one of
It's a
them
featured fight.
on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
It's my credentials, fellas.
Gotta
It's the
have 'em, dude.
officialness.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
cool.
have
We're just the trash guys.
It's
Yeah,
alright,
it's
dude.
all good though.
Can't
You
even
know what I
afford
We'll
mean?
just be
lights,
ranching shit,
Yeah.
dude.
They,
You know how it is. Throwing
Yeah.
boards
they're
and
like,
stuff.
you only paid enough for 5-second intervals.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2.
But the
3,
card
4,
looks insane. I mean, everything about it, location, color scheme, the
I mean, honestly, the location.
I think
right
that's
there,
the
real estate guy.
big real estate guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Big real
I
estate
think
guy,
this
yeah.
is gonna be like insane. I wish there was a way you could capture it. Like I know they're gonna have streams and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but there's really
it
no.
is
it-
deceiving because of how dark it is in here. Just like we
There's-
just did Trey's event, it is
It's
deceiving.
different.
But when
dude.
you're there, it's like
Well,
being that close to
when
the
we
action, you
walked
can
in-
literally touch
Yeah,
it.
it's
When we
different.
walked
Crazy.
in this morning and I saw it, I was like, oh man, I could envision the ring being in the middle. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this is gonna be wicked because
Yeah.
it's the ring's tall, so it's like it's elevated for all these guys on the ground floor. But then the ones up top, I mean,
yeah,
the
being able to
rope-
look
the
down
ropes are
into
really
it,
realistically,
15, 20 feet from the
yeah.
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
really.
I know this is like kind of off topic, but throwing Trey's event here,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
with no
Yeah.
ropes. Like you're right, and it's low. It's
Mhm.
right. You're what 2 foot off the ground?
Yeah, it's
No, I
You're
think
right
you
there.
did. If you did Trey's
Crazy.
event here on a platform like this, it'd be better because the people up there.
well,
can
he's
see.
got like a
does
2-foot
have a platform.
platform.
Yeah.
It's not like on
He
the
has
ground,
it custom
but
built
he's
for
got
his
like a
event.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just like that type of
This
over.
this with like one of
crazy.
the what is it? The rings that have the sides on them, you know, like a
yeah,
jiu-jitsu.
the pits.
Like the pit would
Yeah.
be awesome
Dude,
in
really
here.
EGF here. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's cool. I do miss the
whole
old
season.
style like casino type fights and stuff.
There's something to casinos that make you feel like you've been here before, but you've never been here.
Right.
And it just, I feel like people just get hyped up. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like there's
It's the
there's
risk.
something
There's
at
electricity in the room.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I'm gonna lose
there's
it
an
all. Or I'm gonna win it
atmosphere
all.
to the casino, and whether it's whether you're gambling or coming for something like this, it's like
cool
it's different.
because you feel like you're going to almost kind of like going to an amusement park because you're not just going to the amusement park for the ride. It's
Right.
an
There's
experience.
other
and so
yeah.
you
The
go to the Bay,
environment.
you go to the Bay Center or even the Haji Shrine, which is a great place I think in Pensacola. You go there and it's like this is what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
you come here, you got to walk past restaurants, you got to walk past
Yeah.
gift shops,
I
you got to
can
walk
pro-
past
yeah.
the slots, you got to walk past the tables, and
People
you're like,
that are coming to these fights are not just coming for the fights. You know what I mean? Like there's other stuff. They're gonna go out and play or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of other stuff going on.
Now
so
speaking of casino stuff, most you ever won or lost?
most I've ever won or lost.
I mean, anybody can answer this.
I don't gamble. I won $100 one time and I walked away. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
I've been up like $1,200,
I
$1,400,
don't want to
something
say
like
this
that.
because it's going to bring up something that I need to be buried, but I lost $100 on a Jake Paul fight and never paid up.
Damn.
That's to you.
Yeah, I know.
All right, whoops.
Yeah. No,
Whoops.
I remember.
Yeah, never gonna forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fine.
That
Yeah.
shit sucked.
Well, it didn't really because you
What did
haven't paid it yet.
What did you bet?
Yeah, you know, hypothetically.
$100.
Yeah, what was the bet?
That Mike Tyson was going to win?
No, this was like
No,
several
this is a while
fights
ago. Yeah, this is a
that
while
Tyron
I
ago.
don't-
Woodley was
It
gonna
was
win?
the Jake Paul and Fury fight
Tommy
that
Fury.
we bet on. The Tommy
That's
Fury
right,
fight.
and I picked Jake Paul.
Yeah. And then
Isn't it
remember
funny
we
the
were
one
watching.
time you probably picked Jake Paul. The one time, you know what? I'm gonna pick Jake. Yeah.
Well, no, I pick him almost every time because it's like he's like he's figuring out best option is
Oh,
this
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
It is weird.
So
He,
lot more that
honestly,
goes
I hate
into
to
it
say
for
it this
him.
way, but he's figuring out the max amount of money for the least amount of risk.
Yes.
It's very true.
You know,
He's-
with the
yeah.
most amount of clout.
Crazy.
So it's a different. It's a hard skill
he
to
ha-
weigh.
let me tell you, he's hit it on the head every time he's done it because it's like you're
Yeah.
talking about. It's the clout too that goes along with it. You know what I mean? He's
Isn't
fighting somebody with a name.
Isn't
that-
it crazy that you can watch these things and see history have a hand in like the current product? So like you watch Floyd Mayweather coming up and how he would cherry pick's not the right word because he fought killers,
Yeah.
but he scheduled them accordingly.
To their peak or moment, like
Yeah.
opposite
so
of
he
the
could
max.
he scheduled his way around so he
Yeah.
knew he would beat them.
when they were.
And that's
I
a
mean,
businessman
cherry picking
thing.
is not a bad word. That is.
I think that's
you're literally
yeah,
perfect for
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Right, and so
But not in the way of like.
not like tomato cans. I mean, he's
yeah.
fighting. You know, he's fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
murderers.
just he's saying things
Yeah.
like not yet. I'll
Yeah.
get that guy not, yet, though.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not
Not
the right
yet.
time
Not
for
yet.
me.
Not yet. Not yet. Now.
But he got himself in that position where
and he's like the highest earning boxer like of all time because of that, because people paid to like, dude, this fucking guy, this fucking, and they paid to watch him. And then you
perfect
saw
timing too.
And then
like
you
for that
saw-
money to be coming up.
Right, and then you saw the Conor and the Mayweather thing.
Yeah.
And I watched an MMA on Point video where they kind of pointed this out, but like that was kind of the turn where you started to. You always had some sort of freak show fights here and there.
Yeah.
They had celebrity boxing matches.
That was
They've
the
had
first one.
but,
But never
that
really
was the
on-
one
yeah,
that
that
launched
scale.
it into the stratosphere
And made it a pay-per-view. Everybody knows it's
Spectacle,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
so-
made it a
Oh,
seed in
yeah.
like these influencers.
Yeah.
That was the
And
beginning.
the first thing that ever really happened where this even popped off was an influencer event. It wasn't even like
Yeah.
a boxing event.
No.
Like the first Paul fights.
KSI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
influencer
Yeah.
thrown event, I think, with DAZN maybe, like a up and coming
Something like
thing
that.
that they
Yeah.
don't even do it with them anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And now they're
and there were
with,
like
pro
6
events.
fights, and they were all social media influencers
Yeah. Well,
or
and-
streamers or whatever the hell they were.
And they see that there's a market because at the end of the day, fighting is a natural animalistic thing that all of us have in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, those are
Literally,
all over the internet.
we'll build the ring and we're like,
Yeah.
you just start touching people that you don't normally touch in that way.
Well,
You know, hey,
All right.
Bite that.
Yeah.
You
But-
just get the mood. You're just like, yeah.
Step
They
on
got
the
mood
mats, dude.
lighting,
I
you know
just
what
want to
I'm
get
saying?
greased
They got the
up.
lighting and
you know?
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see how it's all played a hand.
You just hear
in-
chemical in the background.
Oh
Canes and
god,
just,
yeah, I know. Dude, that'd be cool. He's there. He's here at the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Why does the red light feel hotter?
Because you're in
You
hell.
feel hotter?
That's what
Red.
hell looks like.
Hot side.
Hey.
Red is hot, blue is cold, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
This is look,
Wow.
debut in a casino. We've never done a podcast in a casino
We have
before.
never done it. This
No.
is also the first time we've ever done a podcast in a boxing ring.
Well,
We did the
last one
last
of the
Island
Island
fights in
fights.
here.
Okay. Well,
In the
my
ring.
first time
Yes.
being in a boxing
also
ring
first
doing a
time in front of
podcast.
a live audience over there.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
hey, dude, hey, that's $5. We'll get them later. We gotta afford these lights somehow.
Yeah.
I will say though, at the rate that you've lost $1,200 at a casino, might not be our last podcast in a casino. 'Cause
No,
we might be in debt someday.
You were asking how
Yeah.
much I won.
Oh, I was asking loss, like most won and lost, but I'm
Oh.
really looking for the loss, like negative
Oh.
sells.
Yeah, no.
you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've lost $1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, one day we might be in debt to a casino, but we could be like, yo, we could throw
Yeah, I
episodes in here, bring in
don't
like
think
3
so.
people,
Yeah, let's pay for it.
audience.
Yeah.
$1,000 a
Friends.
piece.
3 people.
$1,000
$1,000 a
a
piece.
I mean, we had 5 in the beginning. Don't know where the half the crowd went. But
They're
we
probably
walked them,
asleep under the.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Practice for
I
the
am.
future.
I am very much
Good.
so debating taking a nap underneath this ring. It's all nice and cold and.
Hey,
It's not a
Quavo knows
terrible
how
idea.
to make a po' boy.
Listen,
tell you, dude,
as
when we
soon as
finish that
food,
thing-
dude, as soon as that food entered between these lips,
Dude,
Hashtag
y'all
nap
can't
time.
see this. This is
hashtag,
off camera.
Dude.
You can't see this, but off camera is like, motherfucker put down 4 po' boys in a row. Like,
Yeah,
kept going
yeah,
back
ginger
up.
We did
Billy.
and gumbo.
We had to put a seatbelt on him so he wouldn't get up
And
no more.
gumbo.
he's eyeballing
dude.
you right now because you
Yeah, he
talking
knows
shit.
what's
shit.
up.
Grief, he
He
getting
ate the
hungry.
he ate the whole first one and he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm ordering another one.
Then,
Got up.
then an audience member came up and was like, yo,
That's
you
impressive, dog.
you ordered a sandwich. We didn't know if it was about to go down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
didn't know what the hell
Another
that
person
was.
inside the.
Yeah, you
Turns
talked to
out
the
another
waitress a
customer.
certain
He was
way.
military also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went really respectful.
Yeah.
But felt like it could have went really
It can
south
go
there.
either way. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Marine. Like
Very nervous. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, when they come up like that and start saying, you're like, I don't know where this is
literally would've
going.
ran out through the kitchen, grabbed the po' boy, and I never saw y'all again.
Yeah. Good. I mean,
You know?
but it went well. It's
It went
okay.
well. Great.
It's fine.
Great po' boys.
Yeah.
Definitely suggest grabbing some
I'm
of
hoping.
those.
I'm hoping we see a beatdown tonight by somebody, kind of like
Dude,
old
for
Cena
sure.
gave Rhodes the other night.
That's dude. Did you see fucking Travis Scott?
Dude busted his eardrum.
Holy
No.
He
What happened?
he
shit.
clubbed. He was a part of the angle, right?
Cody
What, the
is down on the
cuss or
ground,
what?
face down, and Travis Scott goes.
Cody?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
Not a big
so
wrestling
they
guy,
had,
but
yeah.
he
So
missed
they
the
had
elimination
this
chamber.
angle, right? They had this angle.
you're like, all right,
They're doing
sue
some
me.
stuff in the ring, and for whatever reason, Travis Scott's there. With
No
his
idea. He
own
walks
belt.
out with the Rock.
cool.
Yeah.
His own belt.
Seems
His
chill.
own belt, brother.
What is that?
Hey.
Okay, clout chasing.
Yeah, that's.
So he's
little-
just
I've got
standing
4
in-
of them at home.
Dude, he's
Dude,
standing in the corner.
because he doesn't know what to do, so he's just like
Yeah, he's just like standing in
Yeah,
the
it's-
corner, emoting,
Yeah.
just whatever he's doing.
so fucking.
He's
Yeah.
definitely the highest in the room, and he's over there chilling.
Ew.
And he comes over, and they're doing their little bit where Cena's getting
Yeah.
his hits in or whatever. And one of them, I think, told him to hit him.
Well,
and he
they had
clubbed
talked
him in-
beforehand in the back, and he was like, "Look, if you are gonna get involved and get your hands bloody, make it real." Like, but
Make it real.
I don't know. Or no, he said make it count. And there's like memes going around that they're like, I don't think Travis Scott knows wrestling isn't real.
Yeah, he just
Dude,
beamed
I
someone.
mean,
He
dude,
walked
when we
over there.
get done,
Cody's on the ground,
holy shit.
face down,
Right.
acting like he's being, or he has been beat down,
Yeah.
and whatever. And so, like I said, these guys, they know how to perform where they can pull things. At
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
time. Dude, full on swing, clubbed him in the ear,
Jesus. Wait, so Travis Scott busted his eardrum?
busted Cody Rhodes' eardrum. Yeah. And the
Dude,
internet's
Brother, look
going
at this.
crazy.
Watch.
Watch how hard he hits it.
I mean,
right
he
here.
smacks the fucking
Where the fuck
piss
is
out of
he?
him.
Oh.
I mean,
in
like,
the ear, dude. You can hear it.
yo, they're beating the shit out of this man.
Wow. Dude,
Just
that's
look how
gnar.
stiff it was. It was palm.
Ooh, you see his head
Hey,
bounce
You know,
off.
that's like when you give a little kid a shot, you're like, go ahead, and they really get. You're
Hey,
like,
you know,
oh
you know,
shit.
that would have for sure been a foul in the slap power slap.
Oh yeah, way too much palm.
Yeah,
Way too much
dude.
palm.
Yeah.
Did Boss Rutan tell you how to slap? Like, god damn.
Dude, crazy.
That's
They should've
gnarly
taped
right
his
there.
hand.
Somebody's like, if you're gonna do it, do it, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, for sure.
It was bet.
Yeah.
I've been wanting
It's
to hit
like,
a white
watch
guy
this
for a
shit.
while.
Oh yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
crazy. When was that?
2 Saturdays ago?
No, it was last Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Last
Yeah.
Saturday.
Wow. Yeah. We're
Just
one
happened?
week into a John Cena heel turn.
And here's the thing. Big
so John
miss,
has turned
not showing up.
John
Cena's
just
turned
said-
heel.
Cena's
yeah.
turned bad.
Yeah.
In the goofiest,
Crazy.
goofiest way ever, dude. There are so
kinda
many
boo-boo.
ways. There's so many ways they could have done it. Everything feels so rushed.
It does.
Like
Why do you think they're rushing it?
because WrestleMania's right.
yeah,
right
we're
over.
1 month away from WrestleMania.
And nothing is going to sell more than John Cena winning a title at WrestleMania, his
Yes.
17th historical on his retirement year. So they want him. They're definitely going to put the belt on him. I mean, if
Yeah.
they don't, then that is
Like, what was this for?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
But and then
go through all
I will
of
say it
everybody's
is
been
annoying that they've done this the last few years, that everything feels rushed in the very last minute. It feels like
Yeah,
it's like,
why don't-
what the hell is the story going? And then it goes,
because they
Yeah.
used to build.
yeah,
they used to
you'd
build
have like a
all
year-long
year.
story.
That's what I'm. Why don't they
Yeah, they used to build.
take
like
the
that.
year to
I think
actually?
what it
or
is
even
is
from the
because leaks
Royal
happen.
Rumble, yeah.
Leaks happen, so they have to change something, and they're like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Or
And
they're
if The
doing
Rock-
it
leaks
to
and
keep
then-
it from leaking.
then-
The Rock being part of
Yeah.
the board
Predictable.
also doesn't help because he has a hand in it. He can be like, nope, yes, nope. And because Cody said no to wanting to fight The Rock at WrestleMania, The Rock was like, well, the second option is you fight Cena. And Cody was like, yes.
Yeah.
So why would you fight two baby faces? So somebody had to turn heel. Cody's in the like white hot baby face right now, so he
Yeah.
can't turn heel.
Yeah.
And he
think
has
he
the belt,
could've,
so
though.
why would
He
he turn
could've.
heel?
He could have
Yeah.
turned heel.
Yeah, but how could he have? Like John Cena won. That's the only way to make the thing a baby
Well,
face
I
heel.
feel like he could. Yeah, no, I agree, but I feel like Cody. I don't.
Also,
I don't
would have been
dislike
really
the-
cool, and I know it's John Cena's last year, but it would have been really cool for like CM Punk to win, or not even win, and just turn on Cena last second, and then sign his soul to The Rock. Somehow
Yeah.
get involved, triple threat in the main event, like John Cena, CM Punk, Cody. How many stories you can tell off that? Of course, Cena's leaving, so it doesn't matter on that. But then you got Cody, CM Punk wins. Like, there's so many different options. Maybe not CM Punk wins, but
I just
like,
feel like the using like Cena's star power name in general
it's
is
way
big
bigger
enough-
than CM Punk because it's for
is
kids.
big enough that he didn't. I don't feel like he needed The Rock. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, if I were the
The
writer,
Rock
maybe
can't
maybe
help himself.
I'm born. Well, you can't get to that type of power without having like you have to be narcissistic to get that type of money and be that
without
powerful of a
saying.
person.
Yeah.
So this
So-
this is John's last year.
Yeah,
Then
he's retiring because he wants to
Gotcha.
go full force into the
Movies?
movies and stuff.
he's
But
already been doing it.
Dude, he's
Jesus
killing the
He's
Star
killing
Maker,
it.
or what is it, Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, yeah.
Dude, perfect role.
But
Oh yeah, I haven't watched
perfect.
any of that.
but
that whole like you cussing, but still
Yeah.
being really funny and like direct.
Still kind of
Dude,
goofy, but yeah.
Yeah.
But like if they would have done something where it's like where he was obsessed with winning the historic 17th championship.
Yeah, made it like he was like
Like when he
greedy- or
lost,
not
like,
greedy, but
here's the you plant the seed at the
Desperate.
listen, you plant the seed desperate. You plant the seed at the Royal Rumble press conference where he's like, I'm gonna main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He did that press conference, and it could have been heel or face. It was a very kind of neutral type thing where he could have had this like downward spiral where almost like when Eddie turned on Ray. Now I know that they were partners, but like him coming to help Cody, but then maybe it gets these little
Dude.
subtle movements to where
Yeah.
he's like, no, I need this belt. Then he's in the Elimination Chamber. He wins.
dude, better heel turn
Or
plot
even
than
even
this.
then, even still though, wins the Elimination Chamber. Cody comes down to congratulate him. Don't have The Rock come out. Don't have The Rock involved at
Yeah.
all. They shake hands. Attitude adjustment. He grabs the mic and he says, "It's nothing personal, Cody.
Yeah.
It's about whatever." But and then
17.
you can still be a heel.
Yeah.
And he can still play it that way because he doesn't have to be the chicken shit heel.
Yeah.
He can be the powerful, the Thanos heel. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I
That's what
think
The
this
Rock's
is
trying
the
to do.
best way you could write it, period, is have CM Punk win Elimination Chamber, have it written as if CM Punk's going to fight Cody. And then that next month, like Cena, like they have it, you know how Cena was sitting on the WrestleMania stage as The Rock won and he's sitting like this?
Mm-hmm.
That classic photo? Oh, super sick.
Hey!
What would have really been sick is like him sitting on the like platform watching like CM Punk win, knowing he's gonna headline, but then have Cena attack CM Punk to the point of injury. Like he's not gonna compete and he
Yeah.
has to take his spot. And he's like, I'm gonna fight.
Story-wise, that makes sense, but
because then you could do SummerSlam, CM Punk, Cena.
But you could still do that because of the betrayal at the end of the Elimination Chamber. Because you're going to do WrestleMania, Seth and CM Punk, no doubt.
Yeah, for
WrestleMania,
sure.
Seth, CM Punk, some sort of stipulation, and then
Which needs
SummerSlam or the even really Backlash, whatever. But probably SummerSlam, you could do CM Punk, Cena again.
Yeah.
And for the because Punk
Dude, and then have fucking
carry-
Punk win the title, and then Punk loses it or
Yeah.
whatever headlines WrestleMania with it.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the Punk headliner.
Yeah.
Brother. Why are we not fucking writers? Freddie Prinze Jr. fucking writes for WWE. Did you know that?
Well, I think he still does, but he took a long time off.
Yes.
But he did it like when we grew up and we're growing up
which
watching.
is fucking wild.
He
You know who
did
that
it.
is?
No.
Scooby Doo, Fred. He played Fred in Scooby Doo.
Oh,
The blonde hair guy?
really?
Yeah.
He writes for fucking WWE.
And he has
What?
been
How the
since
hell
like
did he get-
2002, 2001.
How the hell did he get involved
How are
with
we
that?
not
I
in
don't
that?
I don't know. But
It
yeah,
seems
no,
like
I,
such a
I
weird
think
jump
that's
to
a
go
great,
from Scooby-Doo.
You know, but you got to have like
He's passionate about wrestling. And acting, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I don't
I
think
haven't
all of his
seen him in
storylines were
anything in a
terrible.
long time.
Vince Russo did a worse job, so.
I think you have that clam in your hand, and the
the
pearl was just
PP.
sitting there, and you just was like,
Yeah. Fucking Vince Russo.
Ted
brother.
Turner's money. You're telling me you couldn't have come up with better stories than
I'm
like
saying, bro.
NWO runs the entire show. Like there's factions on factions, but they're all NWO. Like
You
there
know
can't be
who-
one thing that runs
You
the
know
whole
who
thing.
I feel like they should have let write for a longer period
Hilton's
of time
like I
was
have no fucking
Heyman.
idea.
Yeah.
was Heyman.
Yeah.
Heyman was a great writer.
Well, he did great with ECW. Like
Yeah, well, he did great with early SmackDown and stuff like that.
and individual wrestlers in general. Like
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what this fucking favor thing is with
Yeah.
CM Punk. Is he going to be in the triple? Like, is it going to be a triple threat thing now?
See,
That would be
I don't. They
insane.
historically don't like doing
Yeah, main event
multi-men.
triple threats. Because
main
you have
events.
to, and it has to be on
I don't
like
like
a
multi-men
cherry
either.
on the top thing, like a 30,
Yeah.
or a 20,
Right.
Or what was it?
Because they
23
did
maybe?
the triple threat at 20 with Benoit. They did so in 2000. They did the four corners, McMahon in every corner.
Yeah.
A fatal four-way for the main event is shit. Then they did it was all singles until 20, I think, and then that was when it was Benoit. That's the WrestleMania that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Benoit.
Benoit and Eddie.
No, it was Benoit and Eddie at the end.
Yeah.
Celebrated, but it was Benoit, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. and
Yeah,
Triple H.
yeah.
But
And then the next
Now
one
here-
was the most famous one, I would argue, is Daniel Bryan winning the opener. What was that, against Triple H?
yeah,
And then he got to go against Randy and
Batista.
which is what a fucking run at a WrestleMania
Yeah.
event. You
What
beat
I feel terrible for
you beat the entire
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel bad for Batista back then because like he wanted to come back and do it, and it was just not the time
Yeah.
for the fans, and so his last match wasn't like his last run was just kind of like
Yeah, it was
because
like,
it was kind of like shit,
sucked.
you know what I mean?
Also felt like forced and fast, and like
Yeah.
I did like the idea of him attacking people.
So
but
that's
it's like,
the, see
it was
this
like
is
too
the
much.
problem. This is the problem with these guys going and doing like movies. It's the same. So you see it in like the UFC, right? Like Tyron Woodley was complaining about guys going and doing movies, and he went and started doing rap and movies and stuff.
Wow.
And it takes your
Forgot about the rap.
He started coming out with knockouts, and then it was like you're only getting knocked out. Ugh.
Yeah.
well, and it takes your time and your effort away
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the situation that you're dealing with, and it's the same with the wrestling. So they feel like they have to run and like rush things because you've got a movie schedule you got to get to. You've got
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. You've got the Avengers you got to be in. John, you've got this you got to be in. The Rock, you've got fucking 6 movies with
19
Kevin Hart you
movies.
got to do by the
Yeah.
time September comes out. So it's like,
But also, you know what's crazy about Batista is like you have to give it to him whenever he's done with something, he's done. He's
Yeah.
done with wrestling, done.
Yeah.
He's done with Marvel, done. I mean,
he's
I'm
done
sure
with
they could
weightlifting,
throw.
brother.
He's gotten so small. He's
Have
like
you
your
seen that?
size now. He is like
Really?
He's like, no, he's
he's slender.
He's like everybody's like worried about you. He's like, no, he's like, I just
want to get.
He's like,
smaller.
I stopped
get-
maintaining 315 pounds. He's like, I'm still huge. I'm 6'6", 240.
He is still a big.
That's
fucking
He
dude.
says I'm
Crazy.
6'6", 240, and people are thinking I have cancer.
He's
'cause
holding
I'm-
350. He was holding,
Yeah.
walking around at 315
Insane,
pounds.
Dude, I mean, yeah, they say like Brock
Jeez.
looks like a crazy like one of one apex predator. Batista in
Batista,
his prime, his
dude.
body looked in. It looked like you
Yeah.
just Lego
Why-
pieces
why?
on his body.
Yeah.
Why
Crazy.
though? Why? Because you know what's crazy is like I grew up watching Batista. He was always one of my favorites because he had a cool personality,
Yeah.
all that. But why? It never. He was the animal. But Brock, and I get that Brock had already got the next big thing moniker.
Yeah.
But it always just seemed like even when Brock came back, that it was like there's an aura of Brock, and maybe it's the UFC
Brock's
championship.
bigger
but,
than like he transcends for some reason.
But like,
Yeah.
dude, Batista was bigger.
It's
He's 6'6", Brock's 6'3", Batista's
Yeah,
315, Brock's
thing is,
280,
because he-
290.
the thing
There he
is,
What's up, the
My
man
boy.
in the
Yeah.
house? Too bad we don't have a rotating thing for
Yeah.
our camera to get him. Come up in here. Let's get a
Come on.
exclusive interview.
yeah, bro. But dude, for real, Batista, I think it's because Brock did the realest thing you could do, and that's UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Batista, I think, did MMA, but it was like amateur, and he never really did
Yeah,
anything.
it was
But he
very
did one
early,
pro fight.
right?
Pro
He did
fight,
one
so-
pro fight,
And it
you
was
know what?
super
Kudos
early
to him.
in all of that stuff,
And he
right?
was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Well, no,
That's
he
a
even
lot.
said in an interview he wasn't trying to make it to the UFC. He said he wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
wanted to
props
do
to
it.
him. Like him, Herschel Walker, Bobby Lashley, all these
Yeah.
people that like just do it to try. Way
Hey,
better than
dude.
CM Punk.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
Bobby Lashley,
Crazy.
dude, yeah, I feel bad
CM
for
Punk
him.
got
Then you gonna
fucking
come back
punked.
and tell everybody you're the
But
best
then it
in
was
the
like
world.
nothing happened.
Listen,
We're gonna use that
guys,
stool for
listen,
him on your
guys.
side.
Here's the man, the myth, the legend. Without him, none of this would be possible.
We're gonna scoot over.
And
you.
then we got
What's
the
up,
owner of Island Fights right here. What's up, buddy? How you doing, baby? Sit down, take the mic. I'll take a break talking my head
No,
off.
we can go four.
We can go
We go four. We got four
Okay.
mics, brother. Yeah. Just make sure he's in frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude.
We were ranting and raving over this venue. We love it.
Dude, it's
We
crazy.
fucking
The
love it.
intimacy is
Doesn't
crazy.
Doesn't it remind you of the Wednesday night fights and stuff like that that they used to do back in the day at the casinos? Like when they would do the boxing like on ESPN and stuff?
Oh yeah. They used to have like HBO After Dark. I think
Yeah,
it used to be
man.
at the Beau Rivage.
Didn't they call them Friday night fights? Literally
Yeah,
F and F.
Wednesday and
Yeah.
Friday nights and
Yeah.
stuff
And they
like
had
that, yeah.
Tuesday nights,
Tuesday night
Friday
contenders
nights.
or something.
Yeah.
I forget which one. But
Like this-
ESPN.
The stadiums and stuff are really cool, like and like the Bay Center is really cool, but this feels like exclusive, like a club.
Yeah, this is like an intimate setting. It's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think like 1,200 people, completely sold out every single ticket. So
We were trying to figure out how many it would hold, but I feel like the
Yeah.
atmosphere
it
is going to
actually
be
holds a little more
insane.
than that.
But because of the
But there's certain seats.
Yeah.
Like, up in the thing I don't want to sell them because you couldn't see like
hard to,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah, we were also
east
saying,
side's good to go, and then the first two rows there.
yeah, there's no bad seat in here.
Nothing.
It doesn't matter where you're at.
It
It's going to
feels
look
like a
insane.
New Age Coliseum type feel. Like you're on top of the action.
Yeah.
Like it feels illegal how close you are right here.
And it's,
dangerous.
and it's a ring. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah, y'all gotta. Y'all should
Cage
sell,
is the worst ever. So
Oh, yeah.
I hate using the cage. Nothing more in the world that I hate more than using the cage.
Well, it's hard to see. Inside, it's hard to see out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
Y'all-
at the cage and I can't
Yeah.
see. I watch the TV the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all threw a game bread here? Was that
No,
right?
that was at the Coliseum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We did it. We've done it at the event. Was it the event center, or was it
We
the,
did it.
the Civic Center and the
back in
Coliseum?
the day, we
Mm.
did the Biloxi Civic Center, which is
Yeah.
also like a balcony setting.
It's cool.
actually beautiful.
It's
kinda
beautiful
set
there.
up like this.
Yeah.
I love that place too. But
And then the Coliseum. I fought in both of those, and they're cool.
the Hard Rock, everybody just wants to come to the Hard Rock.
Dude, I'm telling
I feel
you
like
right
there's
now,
so much more.
I was
yeah.
setting up in here and I was
You know?
like, "Damn,
Dude,
dude, let's give
seriously.
me a boxing match tonight. You got room for an 11th?"
Always for RJ, you can fight whenever, dude.
Yeah, dude. Is there something different about it being,
Yeah.
being at the Hard Rock? There's a buzz, you know what I mean?
Well, fighting
Which
in
is
a
awesome.
casino in general, like we were telling them, the casino, anybody that comes here just for island fights, the casino's going to get a kickback off of that because, man, it's like
Yeah.
an amusement park. You're walking through gift shops, you're walking through restaurants, you're walking
Yeah.
through all this stuff. It's such a good
52 VIP tables in here, not including the stage. So just that
Wow.
amount of people alone.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I didn't
they're all
know
going to
This
be.
is great for island fights.
Everywhere.
Great for
Yeah.
the product. It
I,
is.
dude,
It's
I will
great.
say, like, from an outsider's point of view, dude, it seems like the product of Island Fights is leveling up literally every event.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big time.
We're going to be really expanding island fights, so we plan on going everywhere. We're going to go back to Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi,
Nice.
Louisiana. We're going to go in different parts of Florida, Tampa, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, everywhere. So
Yeah.
we should be
That's
doing
awesome.
about
That's
20, 24
super dope.
shows a year just
24?
from island fights.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's sick.
Might have to be a little diamond boy.
Yeah, what's up with that, dog? Hey, y'all
Hey,
high?
Larry, this is my 2 weeks, my man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it definitely feels like, for these guys, they've been helping me for what, about 2 years now? Close to?
Yeah.
Maybe a
Something
little-
like that, 2, 3.
Mhm.
something like
Then
that.
we have a new boxing show, Off the Hook boxing series. So that starts
Oh,
also.
heck yeah.
So we'll be doing like 4 shows a year here in Biloxi, just off the hook, and that'll just be straight boxing.
Oh,
so
great.
the Island
Wow.
Fight shows will be straight MMA shows.
Oh,
and that'll
nice.
be pro
Oh,
boxing
sweet.
or
Except for like
mix?
our amateur events, we'll always do kickboxing, boxing,
For sure. You can give 'em-
MMA, sand shot, whatever everybody wants to do.
Oh,
And
God.
then,
Damn.
but boxing
Sand
should
shot.
just be separate. I have so many boxers coming
Mhm.
up. I have people like Tyrone Spong who are 14-0, 15-0, Saban, Corey. Roy's got a ton of guys.
Yeah, the
So we just have a
Cushings.
lot of people in
Crazy.
our region, Southeast, that don't get opportunities to box. It's such
Yeah,
a
'cause
hard
It seems
thing
like
to do. So.
seems like everything's out west, and
And
Northeast.
even the ones out,
Even-
I mean,
yeah,
But yeah,
even
even they're
ones,
having a hard time,
You get
yeah.
$0 to fight. You
Yep.
pay your own opponent's purse. You pay
Yep.
their travel, their medicals, their hotel. It's like
Well, you know, I
It's
went
crazy.
and,
I
I
didn't
went
know
and
that.
trained for a few years and tried the boxing route. And like coming from MMA, I was just like, man, it's too hard to find fights. It's too hard to do any of that. It's not even that. Like I love boxing,
and
but
you
it's
got to
like
get 20 wins
you-
before,
before
people
any-
even know you exist.
before
It's
you
crazy
anyone
that
even
it's
gives
that
you an
big.
Get lost
opportunity,
in that process.
it resets.
You're
Yeah.
done. Like it
You
doesn't
know,
even matter.
So it's cool. What's really cool is to be able to see that you're in both sides. So because you're the type of person that gives opportunity. That's one thing. I've been involved with Island Fights for about 13 years. Opportunity is always you're just Oprah with that shit. Opportunity. And so you getting into the boxing side more so than you have been because you've been involved in it, the whole time anyways. But off the hook coming in, man, it's exciting because now we're going to get to see opportunities for MMA fighters. Countless UFC guys have come from Island
Mhm.
Fights, so it's going to be super exciting to see.
And then MMA guys that want to also try their hand at boxing, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like those fights are entertaining. 2 MMA guys that want to fight
Oh,
in a
yeah.
pro boxing match one night. I mean, we seen it in Milwaukee. Those fights were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that were just MMA people that fought each other, and it was still. It was a fun event, so I think we'll have an avenue for people to do different things and continue trying to, make a career. And if they can't get an MMA fight and they just want to stay active, they can hop into a boxing match, whatever it is.
Yeah, you just
So-
like the longevity you give in a athlete is crazy because like what if their legs aren't there? You know what I'm saying? What if the wheels fall off?
But it's an alternative, something like
Yeah.
a great example. What happened to RJ's had how many ACL surgeries or knee
All of them?
problems?
Everyone.
As many as
You know,
possible.
it's then you can go the boxing route. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
whatever. And
But-
then if he
and-
heals up, he can go take an MMA fight. I
Right.
think. And from bare knuckle MMA to pro MMA to amateur anything and pro boxing, we have something.
That's what
for
I'm saying.
everybody. So-
An avenue for
Yeah.
every which way.
Yeah.
And not only that, they don't, not to get too into your business, but they don't lock down in contracts. It's not like, okay, well, you're MMA for Island Fights. You're not going to go fight for Off the Hook, and you're not
Yeah.
going to go fight for Game Bread. No, he's involved in
Yeah.
all of it. And you've got guys that'll fight on Island Fights, and two months later you see him in Game Bread. 2 months later you're going to see him in Off the
Yeah.
Hook. And that's the opportunity that's given to these guys. And the big thing, too, is you like guys that come to fight.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. If they come to fight and they do right by the organization –
Yeah.
and you do right by them. That's the most impressive thing I've seen, because not that I've been around like some of these guys, but I've dealt with other organizations through like AMA's sanctioning body and stuff that are just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
it's
are you doing?
it's crazy the type of people you attract. Like, speaking of someone who's just recently fallen, like Langston, like we met him. I literally met him. I was watching an Island Fights. We had already set up the ring. It's just the beginning fights, and he just walked up to me and just started talking to me. But it's like the quality of people that fight on there, because you give so many different types of people opportunity. It's just, it's crazy. And
Yeah.
The funnest thing is to watch what it's grown from.
yeah.
Mm.
From the air shows and the hangers and on base and
And we had
30
some
freaking
major,
fight cards.
crazy contract issues. So that's why there was no pro shows for Island Fights since 2019 because a 5-year layoff when we were already in this process.
Yeah.
I gave Island Fights to my brother in 2021 to Ryan, and he's been running Island Fights ever since. So just in 2019, if the global pandemic didn't happen, we were already in Savannah, we were in Columbus, Georgia, we were in Alabama, we were already in these other markets. And then because of the pandemic, we had to stop. And then because of I guess we'll cut that part out of this podcast, but yeah, that's why we didn't do a pro show since 2019. So that really slowed us down.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you edit that out, just put the Pink Floyd your lips. And
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, we'll figure that part
but
out.
no one really knows that's been happening, but it's been a nightmare.
Well, that's the
super,
thing, too.
super
Well,
expensive,
that's
and
another
that
thing.
also fucks up opportunity for athletes.
Yeah.
Just people that have nothing to do with what we have going on. But little things like that have hindered us along the way. But this was supposed to happen like in 2019, so we would be a lot further along, and we still have almost 40 people that have went to the Contender Series, UFC, PFL, almost 60 probably now, and then also with Icon we have 30-40 people from Icon that have went. You know?
Yeah, it's
It does
crazy,
seem
dude.
though that like when things fall apart, they like fall better together. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that slingshot thing. Like you're falling backwards, but y'all have like
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, that's what I was
blown
gonna
up.
say.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
all these roadblocks you're talking about from the outside perspective, we don't see nothing.
Yeah.
We see
I mean, you've
fights
gotten better at
consistently
getting
go
over it.
on.
That's
we've
what
had
I'm
a lot
saying,
of time.
yeah.
I think like Game Bread has really blown up big time, and without these other things simmering down, maybe that wouldn't have happened.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's good for everything. Like maybe there wouldn't have been Roy Jones, Anthony Pettis in Milwaukee, the Pfizer Forum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the
greatest
coolest
things
experiences ever.
dude.
And
Yeah.
just all the events, the Game Bread events, Junior Dos Santos, Verdum, the Orlando show last year is probably the best event I've ever been a part of. And so all those companies growing the way they've grown is kind of to do with the pause that you would say.
Yeah.
We never stopped doing island fights. Even during the pandemic, we're like, look, we're going to do a consistent show every 8 to 10 weeks, no matter if we sell one ticket or if we sell out every arena. And it's
Yeah.
just so these amateurs can have an opportunity to compete and stay active in a promotion, whether anybody shows up or doesn't show up at all. And we made that commitment like right when the pandemic happened, and we never stopped. So Island Fights, just our amateur shows are better than
Your
90%
amateur
of pro
shows, your amateur
They're so
shows are pro
exciting.
level.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
amateur shows are pro level, and I've been
Yeah.
on record saying that for a long time. And yeah, that's the one thing that does separate. That's not one thing, but one of the many things that separate island fights is that you have the fighters in mind, and that's one
Yeah.
as far as like, hey, we got to keep going. If we sell one ticket, we got to keep these fighters active because you know more than anybody, if a fighter stays stagnant and doesn't get anything going, it can be just 6 months of not fighting. If you're used to fighting every other month or something like that, it can really set you back.
Yeah.
And so, having that mindset to be like, we're putting this on for the fighters, we're doing this for
Yeah.
this.
Doesn't
No,
matter
it's-
what's
it's-
going on around. We're going to keep doing it
Yeah,
because we
that's
need
awesome.
to. Yeah.
And a lot of other people that will start businesses like this are businessmen who haven't cut their teeth in the game.
Or
You
they
can't-
they do it for a completely different reason. They
Right.
do it for money, or they think
Like
that
it's going out of business.
it's gonna
Yeah.
make them somebody or make them like we don't care about if anybody shows up ever. Like we've never canceled a show ever due to like not selling tickets or tables or whatever. I mean, we
But-
just had a blizzard for the last island fights.
Yeah,
we
dude.
lost like
Crazy.
24
Straight
VIP
up.
tables
Yeah,
because of
dude.
that. We lost 9 fights off the card the day before.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Bay Center's concert had 7,000 tickets sold on Thursday night. They canceled their own event. And then they said, "You guys still gonna do this show? Like the interstates are closed." They didn't open until that Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
we still did the event. We didn't care,
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. We just continue.
Well, you
we
guys
just
started.
continue to
You guys
do our,
started as a fight family, though. Like you started in a gym as a fight family, so you understand a little bit different. And that's what I mean. Is like some of these other places, their backgrounds are just different. They don't come from either training themselves or being around it, so they don't care. They don't care.
And we did it originally to put like money back into our gym. Like that's when we started doing them with Larry. With Larry Downs, that's how we started doing the fights.
Yeah.
Little kickboxing and boxing events at the fairgrounds. So
Yeah.
that's how it started.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how it's grown too.
Yeah, it's
Well,
insane.
dude, exciting card tonight. Can't wait to see every fight on there. It looks like a banger.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
dude-
I'm excited for the atmosphere in here.
Dude,
Like
it's
that's what
gonna
I'm
be
fired up
electric.
about, dude.
Like,
It's
you-
just feeling
Oh,
what
yeah,
it's gonna be
watching-
like in here.
You
Oh
know,
my gosh.
We
People
got
are gonna be milking them walkouts.
dude watching that. Is that the co-main event, Teague? Watching.
Zellner?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a great fight.
Watching those
Crazy.
watching those two this close, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And watching him get to work
Yeah.
and listening to that jab land is going to be insane.
Yeah,
that
you gonna
dude,
hear it.
It's going to be insane. And then same with
Correct.
Zayden.
His
Saban.
opponent fought Shakur Stevenson already, so this just be a good like gauge of will Devin do the same thing that Shakur did? We'll see. You know, And
Yeah.
that's like it's hard to gauge those things outside of like fighting as a world level amateur. Like he has, Shakur has, you know, Devin Haney, all those guys. So and then
Yeah.
Saban, you know, his opponent is super crafty vet. It's going to be a great step up for him as well.
Yeah, the level of fights tonight is awesome, and it's nice that it's like such a tight card.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like there's like way too many. It's like action after action after action,
Yeah.
especially in an environment like this. So
It's going to keep people fired up for
Yeah.
sure. I think that's like a perfect side. You know what I mean? Because it's, I don't know.
is somebody gonna leave the fights and go lose a house in gambling? I think so. They're gonna be too fucking pumped.
They're
off
going to be
shit.
fired up.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, dude, I think I'm
Put it all
taking
on
out
black.
a second mortgage.
Dude,
tonight."
I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, you freaking get drunk, watch the fights, and you walk out the door into
Bro.
a casino, brother.
Yeah.
And
That's,
the after party is right here.
oh, yeah. The
Oh,
up
man.
So
top.
the whole night, there's TVs everywhere inside of there, so you can go watch the fights at the
Pop
bar
out.
inside of the arena the whole night. And then everybody that's at the fight gets to go into that. It's only open for the people from the fight. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
imagine, you know, 1,200 people
It's
in
going
that
to be
little bar.
ridiculous,
It's gonna be-
dude.
that's awesome.
It's going to be
Awesome.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
And it's a really cool place. I don't know if you've had a chance to walk up in there, but it's,
Yeah.
We're about to do a little exploring after this.
Yeah, go take a
right after we
gander,
wrap this
see
up, we're
what's
gonna
popping.
explore Before,
Yeah.
Is
Before
there a
fight time.
sleeper fight that you feel like people should like tune into?
Well, I think Teague Zellner is going to be awesome.
Dude, I think that is a crazy fight. Also, pro debut.
John's pro
Gunther?
debut. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Talking about letting a pit bull off the leash.
Gnarly, dude.
He
Yeah.
is pissed from the last fight. Like, the dude didn't make the fight. I mean, he found me in the crowd and was like about to fight me over it. I'm like, this is crazy, the energy you're bringing to me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna be
think
going-
Bueller and Juju is going to be good. Holt Williams will be fun. I don't really know anything about Jasmine's opponent, but Jasmine, everybody's been super high on her.
Yeah.
You know,
this
and
this one I think might be a sleeper because
well,
he's
he lost his opponent, so
Oh.
I have no idea about that one anymore.
Mm.
But Orso's been knocking out everybody like
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So I was super excited for him. His opponent was 3-1. I don't know who replaced him, but John was like my pick to be like the standout fighter of the night on this card that a lot of people don't know
sure.
about yet. He's won Slugfest several times.
Yeah, I have a
literally,
buddy
like,
of mine
puts
that's
people to
here to
sleep.
help me set up the ring that fought in the Slugfest and met him in the finals.
And she
I see that dude with no justice.
Lisa Melendez trains at Jackson Wink, so she comes from a great
Oh, shit.
camp. So
Oh, nice.
that should
Okay.
be I don't know. We'll see
The-
what
the-
happens with that fight.
What's
Yeah.
crazy about Island Fight cards is like you can go back and look at them from like years ago and you're like, Jesus Christ, that was a stat card. Like these are like sleeper cards. You look at them now and you're like, maybe I don't know these people, but you're gonna look back and be like,
Yeah, in a couple of years, you can be like, holy
like these are
shit.
UFC
Like-
vets at the time.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
dude,
champions.
dude,
Like,
that one fight card I was on with Shante, there's like six dudes on that card that went to the UFC.
Oh yeah, you had Hannah, Jillian.
Yeah,
You had
Perry.
Mike Perry. He
Bahamondes.
fought Frank Carrillo.
Yeah,
Ignacio Bahamondes.
he's fighting.
Chase
Is he
Sherman.
fighting tomorrow?
Um,
Bahamondes? or
yeah, he fights
tomorrow?
Jalen Turner tomorrow night.
Dude,
Main card,
Wow.
pay per view.
How awesome
He's like
is
the
that?
featured bout.
How awesome is that?
Yeah,
That's
Like, you
gnarly,
gotta
dude.
sit there and
Alumni.
watch that, and you hear
Yeah.
that name. It's just
Growing
gotta
up.
be like fucking
dude,
dude.
the Sphere show, like all three of the main Latin fighters, Daniel Zellhuber, Lazy Boy Rodriguez, and Ignacio were all on
Island Fights.
the Sphere show,
yeah.
and they
Wow.
all either came from Island Fights or Icon.
That's
So
crazy.
when we did Icon, we were doing them in Mexico. So like all those people fought for us beforehand. We had Amanda Serrano headline Icon, and she's headlining MSG again. She was
Yeah.
the co-main event of Tyson Paul. Like
Well, shit,
Crazy.
you had,
she was our main event.
I mean, Jeremy Stevens fought Box Jose Aldo, and you're at the Milwaukee
Yeah,
thing for the
Jacare Ray versus
Yeah.
Vitor
Who the
Belfort.
fuck
And
is
now
that
they're
guy?
now they're he went and didn't he just fight he just fought Eddie Alvarez and bare knuckles. So like yeah, it's
Crazy.
I feel like that was kind of a launching pad for him. He got everybody got to see like what he looked like after he got out of the UFC. Because I don't know, wasn't that his first or second fight after he was released?
Well,
wasn't
he
it?
also fought after our fight. He got a fight on the MVP card on Jake Paul's show. He fought, what's his name? Chris Avila on the Jake Paul Nate Diaz. So he got an opportunity on that card just from our boxing show.
Yeah.
So a lot of opportunity
Yeah,
has happened.
there's a lot of eyes on
Jose
a lot.
Aldo got back in the UFC
Yeah,
after that.
isn't that crazy?
So
Isn't that crazy?
they allowed him to
Wild.
fight on our show, which they don't do that. You know, they
No.
don't let any of their athletes compete in boxing, but they allowed us to use
I
him.
think it shows something to like the respect like they have for you, and like
Yeah.
you're not just like this like rocket ship that's coming out of nowhere. They see the track record of the quality that you put out.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't sign anybody to any
Yeah.
like
Exclusive type.
exclusive
Yeah.
deals. I don't care where anybody fights with anybody, whoever, whenever. If we want to put together a card, I don't care. I'm going to put together whatever card with or without anybody, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. We don't lock people up. We don't ruin their careers. We don't detour anything they're doing. Like, they can take any opportunity they want anywhere else, or they can fight with us if they choose to. So that's one thing we've, like, never wanted to do with people is lock them up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, dude, I think you throw a great promotion. I think we're gonna let you get out of here on that. But
Yeah.
dude, thank you so much for allowing
Yeah,
us to
dude.
do this podcast
Yeah,
here.
fuck
Like,
yeah.
And thank you for stopping in. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
This is happening.
Hell yeah.
well,
Walking through the building.
Well,
it's
we
better to
took
ask
over
for
the.
forgiveness
That's very
than
true.
for permission.
Yeah.
So,
Taking over
uh,
the ring for a minute.
Nah, you guys are good.
yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Everything you do is amazing, dude. We're happy to help.
Is this live or
these-
pre-recorded?
These are
It's
pre-recorded.
pre-recorded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Take
So
the
you can
square
say
ring
we're really
stuff
cool.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are great.
You got anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Like us.
Oh well, we have April 18th. It's going to be an incredible card. Should have anywhere between 15 to 20 fights back at the Base Center.
Nice.
Damn.
It's going to be one of the best cards. We have some pretty cool fights that we're going to be announcing. So
Hell yeah.
excited about that one. Tickets are on sale now.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
April
And we should
18th.
announce pretty soon, like our next, like dates here also. And then Off the Hook. We haven't even. I've never even told anybody about that yet. So haven't even told anybody the name of that promotion or anything until right now.
Breaking
Hey, yo,
news,
that's
baby.
amazing.
Breaking
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell
we should
yeah.
announce that probably in the next week or so.
Awesome.
Off
Sweet.
the Hook. So
And people can find that through the Island Fight stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and
Okay,
I think we
cool.
have a new Facebook or Instagram page for Off the Hook Boxing. So
Sweet.
that'll just be straight boxing and another place where people get to compete. So
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, awesome, man. Thank you for all you do for the fight game, bro.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Well, we love you guys.
Thanks, dog.
You want to send us out of
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee!
All right, we should take a photo with you.